And here's the pair we spawned, Cumulus and Shira. Shira was a crown-tail Cambodian, and you can see Cumulus here was a super delta, more or less, butterfly. Turned out to be a great father. He was very gentle with his mate and was also an attentive parent. We ended up with about 55 fry. You can see here as he's just picking up fry as they're falling. They have just hatched. So this is a couple of days after the eggs were laid in there. I love this shot here because you can see the fry yawning despite his tininess, just the day they became free swimming. Here, when we jumped to 3 weeks old, it was hard to get any other pictures of the intervening time because they were small and they were spread out and it's hard to do. But here you can see their bellies full of newly hatched brine shrimp, and here you can see them feasting on newly hatched brine shrimp. Of course, one of the best foods for baby bettas. We also gave them a lot of Walter worms. And here in this shot, I believe they're eating Walter worms. You can see one in the almost the center and a little bit above the center there, developing a small amount of red coloration. One of the first signs that they were coloring up. Here they're a little older. You can see their tail fins are starting to show a little bit of the comb tail trait. Since the female was a crown tail and the father was not, they are intermediate with comb tails. And here you can see a lot more color development. The Cambodian coloration with the red fins is starting to show up on a few of the individuals here. It's kind of fun to watch them eat baby brine shrimp for some reason. It's just, they're obviously enjoying it so much relish, so much gusto. I think there's one in this shot that comes right close to the camera. In just a second, there it is. You can see red coloration from close up as it curiously eyes the camera. They're swimming away. 10 weeks old, we're getting a lot of color variation. You can see one in particular that looks sort of butterfly. Now, interestingly enough, the coloration on this one and individuals like it change completely until they're nearly all kind of a light blue color. Now you can see the Cambodia coloration showing up a lot more as they age and develop. So that was the most of the fish turned out that way, although we had quite a few exceptions to that rule as well. You can see there that butterfly I mentioned earlier changing. And here are some males at about 14 weeks old. This one with Cambodia, and then the blue one I mentioned before, how that coloration sort of spread throughout the fins and lightened this color. Really like how his tail turned out here. Very nice finnage development. And this, I believe, is a cellophane. I mean, it must be, with because it was a darker color earlier and sort of seemed to fade out. And I love this fish. He has a lot of personality. Flares at the drop of a hat. And is kind of a patriotic fish. He's red, white, and blue. What do you know? And this is my absolute favorite from the spawn, this butterfly. Though he might not win a show, he's a very attractive fish. And there you have it, our beta spawn from day 1 to 14 weeks, 2 days.